So nothing much has changed since yesterday, except for I've connected the balance leads. I couldn't record really because the neighbours' kids were being quite noisy. So we've still got our main output leads as this 4mm flex. That's just a 4mm connector into the battery side. PV is a 10mm going up to there, which isn't connected. The panels are still in 12 volts. They're not in series, so I've got to do series parallel to get them up. Load, just got one load out at the moment, which is a 4mm leftover sort of core from the flex. Actually, it's from that flex there, which goes down to the 24 to 12 volt converter into the old Wilex mains 230 fuse board with reliable fuses, which should be more than adequate for what we need today. Actually, the MCB type things work as well. Who knows how long they're going to last, but they've held up till now. Little plug-in MCBs, kind of handy, obsolete. So yeah, so we're doing quite well. So yeah, this is second hand. They're new. That's second hand. That's new. That's second hand. That's second hand. That's new. Second hand. All the copper is second hand. I've got loads of odd bits of copper laying around. All the trunking, second hand. Yeah, so we're doing quite well. Haven't worked out the total spend on this yet, so we'll do that another day. But yeah, I need to get I need to get a supply out for the inverter, not the inverter, the UPS, which is down there and there. I'm thinking, because I don't want the one standby the whole time, just reuse that 32 amp switch for now. I've got a 63 on order. See how long that lasts. If not, we'll just burn it up. See how long it lasts. So yeah, I'm going to crack on and come back when I'm hopefully ready to set this up. Right, moment of truth. We've put 30 amp fuses in here. That's the max that these fuses go. We have to sort this out another time. Balance leads connected. Got the. I've only done 4mm for now, temporary, just to get the inverter going, because I might have to draw some power so that it will charge. It's a little bit higher than what I want to set it. Running out of space on the phone for once. I'm losing the light again, so I'm not sure how much more I can do today, but I want to try and get these videos together so I can get them up. Right, so we've got to follow a strict set of instructions to set up the sbms, and that is basically provide power from the battery positive terminal, connect the 10-pin connector that is connected to the balance leads, set it up, remove the 10-pin connector, and then plug in the 10-pin connector to restore the settings that you've already programmed. Problem is, you're not meant to have any negatives connected, and so I've got to try and have a think, because I haven't allowed anything to. I can't disconnect to neutral without taking that off. So that's a little downfall on my part, so I might have to cut and reconnect, which I think is probably going to be the short-term solution, and then we'll have to put in a separate negative switch up here, maybe use a MCB or something. Naughty, but could be done. Yes, so I'm just gonna sort some bits out and then we'll come back. The battery positive is connected. Now goes the 10-pin connector. Oh, maybe jump. Just starting up. Right, let's sort out this camera first. Right, so we've got all three leads connected underneath. They're obviously isolated with the double power isolators over here. We zoom in, get a little bit closer. Come on, camera. It's all about these buttons here. Oh, it's going to stay. Or is it going to wander? Stupid tripod thing. Right, so parameters and settings. Sorry. There's not many on here as such. I mean, we can go to LiCO02, lithium titanate, something, capacitors and capacitors and capacitors. So we're going to have to go with the lithium iron phosphate setting. We'll go OK. Number of cells, we're going to go for 7. Amp hour capacity, is around 40. We say 40. Okay. I'm going to go to advanced parameters now, because lithium iron phosphate is different from lithium iron or lithium polymer, and we're going to change a couple of these. Over voltage will obviously be higher, so we'll say, so we're going to be quite lenient on these cells. We'll say over voltage is 4.15. and say overvolt delay leave, overvolt recovery, say 4.12, under voltage, we'll say 3.25, under voltage recovery, hang on, where are we? If a cell rises above, let's go back up. Go back down. Undervolt recovery. What would that mean? If it's under voltage, we want it to be higher. So I think voltage lock we have 4.1. Five. Under voltage lock. We'll say no. Obviously no. We're under 3 volts if anything was bad to happen. End of charge, let's say 4.1. Yeah, 4.1. Low voltage charge. If the voltage on any cell is below this, then battery charge will not be allowed. Okay, right. That's quite self-explanatory. We say no lower than. Keep that tight to there. So 2.97 over. We'll leave that the same. Leave that the same. Leave that the same. Leave that the same. Cell balance on. Cell balance on discharge, no, we're not really concerned about that. Cell balance on charge we'll keep. Cell balance minimum, we'll say don't balance it unless it's 3.7. Cell balance max, don't balance above 4.05. And then if it's still unbalanced when it reaches 4.05, then it'll cut off on the other setting, cell balance. But I think we'll leave that, although we might increase the tolerance later on if these cells walk out. Cell balance on, cell balance off. And we'll leave these bits the same. Sleep voltage we might have to change. We'll leave that as it is and see what happens. Store parameters. Okay. Storing. EEPROM. Right. Okay. Remove 12-pin connector. Let's zoom out a little bit. Remove 12-pin connector. We'll give it a few seconds. Plug in the 10-pin connector. And hopefully it will remember the settings that we put in. So let's go back to parameter settings. Lithium iron phosphate, 7 cells, 40 amp hour. It has remembered our settings. That's good. Oh, did you see that? We saw that. Right, okay. So now I should be able to turn a load on. Actually no, I can't because I haven't connected the neutrals, so we'll do that. Oh, phone went. For those of you that noticed, I actually did that with the battery switched off, so it didn't actually make any difference, I think. Right, so it had to be a connector for now because my micro inventor is buried in the van. I just can't get to it. So pushing this button here seems to turn the load and PV off. We won't be connecting any PV until tomorrow, so it won't matter too much about that. But load and PV off, so battery is on, load is on. If I try and turn the inverter on, it's not having none of it. So let's turn that on. Now let's try and turn that on. Oh, click. Inverter is on. Load being drawn is 1.2 amps from that. Let's see if we can find a light to plug in. Right, we're going to plug in the LED strip light that's above. Ta-da! Oh, that's not too bad, is it? Let's turn this one off. The total load is 2.4 amps, 50 watts, and the LED lamp itself is a 30 watt lamp, so yeah, about an amp is a bit. Clever stuff. Right, so I've actually finally got a load back on. Let's just have a look at the board below. We've not got any loads connected into that. I haven't got a place where I can hold a meter up, but I'm just going to check to make sure we've got 12 volts across here. We've got 12.3 volts, so I can start connecting loads back up. Very good, very interesting stuff. I'm going to sort the solar panels out tomorrow. Go up on the roof, it's getting dark now, and then we can connect the 24 or two 12 volt panels in series to make 24, and put the PV side in up top, renew that, make it look super shiny. So yeah, I got some lid to put on as well, so I'll do that in the meantime. Thank you for watching. I finally got the 24 volt power wall kind of operational. We've ripped out all of the lead acid stuff. The batteries are going to come out the weekend. I'm going to scrap them, get some money for this project. So yeah, thanks for watching once again. Please subscribe, comment, rate. I'll see you in my next video. Cheers.